and welcome to our introduction here to the Cask Connoisseur. My name is Luke and I am the beer connoisseur, and sitting next to me on my right is
Chris, and I'm the Whisky Connoisseur. Okay, you might be wondering where the Cask Connoisseur came from. So it originally started as a blog by Luke in 2020 regarding beer tastings. And I met up with Luke in 2022 and we both realised that he loved beer, I loved whiskey, and in fact both of us love beer and whiskey. So we spent the last couple of years exploring this passion that we have, expanded our knowledge, and now we actually feel ready to share this with you. And we have some brilliant plans going forward, which you will really enjoy.
So please make sure to like and subscribe to this channel and also follow our other socials. If you made it this far, you're probably wondering how I became a beer connoisseur. It was over 10 years ago when I started working at the National Brewery Centre. God, that seems like a long time ago, that does. And that's what brought me into this field about beer. And then from there, I've actually learned how to brew beer. I've also become a commercial buyer on when it comes to sampling beer, because at the end of the day, you need to find what beer fits what season. You know, a perfect pint is for everyone. That's enough about me, so I shall now hand over to Chris.
Thank you, Luke. Yeah, well, my interest of whiskey goes back a lot more than 10 years. We'll call it 40. And beyond being just a drinker, I suspect my passion for whiskey really started 20 years ago with my first visit to a distillery. And it's grown from there to a point where we joined various whiskey clubs. I hate to think how many distilleries I've actually visited now. And, you know, it's an industry that we want to support, promote. Our current passions include whiskey tourism. And, you know, we just want to share what we've learned over all those decades. Okay, now we've got the formal introductions out the way, life becomes a lot easier. Both me and Luke, we really, really love beer and whiskey. And this is what we want to get across to you. We want this passion. We want to expand your knowledge and make it really good fun. I mean, you know, if we're lucky, we can have national tastings. What else could we do, Luke?
There's just so much to see and do. You know, like, I think the most important bit is actually bringing you, the audience, like our favourite samples that we like to try, but all, you know, as well as trying new stuff which is out there. You know, this is the beginning of an incredible journey. It's exciting, you know, so I'm just looking forward to doing it along with Chris.
Yeah, no, I have to admit, I was at a whiskey tasting last night and everybody sat there and really enjoyed the whiskey, and we were discussing things. There's a few negative things on the whiskey industry. There's a thing called EER, which, to be honest, I can't remember what it stands for, but it's to do with packaging. Yeah, your whiskey's going to likely go up a few pounds a bottle yet again. And then we started on a conversation of, you know, all the different things that are increasing whiskey prices, and we all found that rather depressing. So we can cover tastings, we can cover industry news, we can hopefully bring you where the best distillery tours are, and where you can stay, and you know, the problem with all these things is we have a passion: beer, whiskey. The problem is members of your family might not be that interested in beer and whiskey. I know that problem. I know what happens when I ask my family, oh, I really want to go here. But we can bring you tips so people can enjoy things. So one of the breweries we went to a couple of weeks ago, Thornbridge.
Yes.
Say a wee bit about Thornbridge, but the point about Thornbridge is it's in Bakewell. Sorry, you can tell my age is getting the better of me. It's in Bakewell. The family can enjoy a day out at Bakewell. You can have a meal at the brewery. You could sample your beer. Everybody goes home happy.
Yep.
And that's what we're after.
And even better than that, even after our little trip to Bakewell, we've got something which excites me, being the brewery, and then something which excites Chris, being the Wee Dram, which is such a fantastic small little whiskey shop. One of the most cosiest places that I've ever been into. So no, it's amazing.
That was a fun trip to the Wee Dram. What actually was even funnier, and I hope these people actually did pick the right whiskey. But there was a couple in there picking their whiskey for their wedding.
Yeah.
And me being me, decided to impart knowledge. I hope they have a fantastic day, and I hope the bottles of whiskey, which between us and actually the staff who were serving them, who really did a fantastic job in guiding them to what they need to do, I think they'll have a fantastic day. But if you're out there and you go, yeah, they're the people who told us to buy these whiskies, sorry, not my fault if you didn't like them afterwards. That's it, isn't
that's
it?
really,
what else can you do?
That's it, definitely. No. So for our next video, we are going to be doing an informal tasting on a beer, which I'm really excited about. If you'd like to have a guess what the beer is, please do so in the comments. But no, we're really excited to get on with it.
And just in case you are that couple, please let us know how your wedding day went. We would love to hear from you. And on that note, I think it's a case of cheers.